Hello,
Oh,
good afternoon, good midnight, good dusk, dawn, whatever time, wherever you're joining us, whatever time you're watching. Uh, Hello, my name is Adam Parker Goldberg, and I am joined today by the.
we're called George. George, we both work on the Flipgrid engagement team, and today Adam's going to kind of cover what we're going to go through. It's like I said, the title is a nearly comprehensive, basically showcase of everything of the all new Flipgrid. Even if you're new or old, this will be just basically a full rundown of everything you need to know.
And here's what's up. So we want to stress that getting started with Flipgrid can happen in a matter of like 10 minutes. Not even joking. You will go from creating an account to collecting videos. Flipgrid is all about short, fun, recorded videos, social learning with your community. So we're going to show you how to do that. But we also want to, we get all these amazing questions, and we're so grateful for your passion and your curiosity about the all new Flipgrid. And so what we want to do is get into that and answer as many questions as we can think of. So think of this as like a comprehensive, as George said, nearly comprehensive overview of everything Flipgrid 2020. We'll share a little bit about what's coming in the future, but we'll primarily focus on the here and now. And here's the reason we're doing this. We work with an incredible team called the Experience Team. They are about 8 people who answer all the questions from Flipgrid, and right now they have like an overwhelming number of questions. And so we're hoping that this video will help address some of those questions so that you can get answers faster. But that said, if we don't get to your question, feel free to reach out. That's what the Experience Team is all about. So with that in mind, we have uncharacteristic of us. We actually have a little bit of an agenda. And here's the other deal: if you're watching this video in the future, if you're watching right now live, hi, thank you for joining us. Feel free to drop questions in the chat, and we'll try to get to those if we don't happen to answer any of your questions already scripted. But if you're watching in the future, you can use the timestamps in the description to jump ahead. And that will be a great way to, like, if you know you have a specific question about how to hide student videos, we'll have that linked below. If you want to know about grid bells, you'll be able to click the timestamp and jump all around this video. Likewise, you can come back to this video anytime. But yeah, okay, George, I'm pulling up the doc. Let me share my screen. So let's see what this is looking like. Hold on, my apologies.
And while Adam pulls it up, again, this is a reminder that we're going through the full chronological order of Flipgrid. So we'll go what Flipgrid is, how you access it, how an educator signs up, how your students join, creating those topic prompts, and then editing those topic prompts, and how you can share it out. Because that's really what Flipgrid is a video discussion platform, and how we can share that ability and environment to wherever your learning community is what we're going to cover today in many, many different facets.
Totally. So to start, what is Flipgrid? What is Flipgrid? Why would you use Flipgrid? How does Flipgrid work? Flipgrid is a simple, free, accessible video discussion experience for educators and learners and families all over the world. So Flipgrid at the core is creating little discussion prompts and then sharing with your community and fostering discussion. And our colleague, Jornay Armand, the renowned @savvy_educator, if you're on Twitter, says, if you can think it, you can Flipgrid it. There are so many ways you can leverage Flipgrid. And so, what we're covering today, as I mentioned, is the core and kind of those very simple how-to questions. We're going to cover the technicalities. George,
that sounds right. Yeah, I'll give you that.
The technicals. We're going to cover the technicals, but what we're not going to cover in this video, and what we are going to share, where you can find more inspiration, is all about the pedagogy and the why and the enriching magical ideas from fellow educators all around the world. We are here. We work on the engagement team at Flipgrid at Microsoft, and so we're here to help you connect those ideas. George and I, full disclosure, not here, give us a good look. Hello. We have never been in the classroom. That's not totally true. We both went to school, and we had the privilege of visiting classrooms, but George and I are not classroom educators. So what we're going to focus on in this video is the technical aspects of Flipgrid. But if you're looking for inspiration, we'll go back over to that page. Right here on our homepage, you can find a wealth of resources. Right along the top here, we have this remote learning guide. You can click on that link up there. You can get to our help center. You can scroll down. Here's an overview of what Flipgrid is all about. And actually, I'll play that video. But I just also want to point out the Getting Started guide, webinars. So similar to this, but the Getting Started webinars are focused on the quick and fast, everything you need to know to get started with Flipgrid. Help Center again, topics. And then also on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, follow @Flipgrid. And you can, I'll put it up there, follow @Flipgrid, and also search the hashtag Flipgrid for all. There are so many ideas shared all the time by you and your fellow educators all around the world, where you can really get at the core of, I'm a 3rd grade science teacher. I'm a year 5 maths teacher. I teach adult learners. I teach language learners. I'm a physical education teacher. So many ideas. So we're going to show you where you can find some, but also really focus on this video, the technicalities. But to get started, as promised, let me share just a quick video overview of what is Flipgrid. And actually, now that I'm saying it, I don't have the video queued up. So never mind. We're not going to do that.
But Adam, you just described what Flipgrid is. It is a video discussion platform. So what you'll see in this is just the ability to bring in learners, families, parents, wherever your community is, and creating topics is those prompts. And we'll kind of cover this in this quick overview of what the prompt could be, how you can give access to those students, bring in guests and other family members into the group, and then starting the conversation. And it's very simple. Again, the students all need this code, which we'll again cover in a few moments. And then just basically that really cool social emotional learning environment that so many people are so familiar with, with Instagram and Snapchat, and the different camera features, just to really bring out that student's voice. And so, yeah, so I think that kind of covers the kind of the high look, a high perspective of it. But I think we can probably get started and just explain more so of creating an account here, right, Adam?
Totally. And the other thing I want to point out while we're looking at this, Flipgrid is totally free. Everything about Flipgrid is free. The stuff inside Flipgrid is free. Everything we're going to show you is free. Thanks to, here's kind of long story short, Flipgrid started as a startup. Way back, we were a project at the University of Minnesota, became a startup. Microsoft in 2018 fell in love with not just Flipgrid, the product, but more importantly, the community with all of you, and said, we want to democratize this tool and make Flipgrid free for every educator, learner, and family on the planet. So everything about Flipgrid is free. And what's cool about that, what I love saying, is that you can try Flipgrid, and if and when you fall in love, you don't have to worry about paying for it. It is totally free. So yes, as George mentioned, let's get started with just, if you're brand new to Flipgrid, we're going to cover everything you need to know to get started. We'll also link to a couple, actually, yes, that's what we'll do. Link to that, I'll show you some videos, and then we'll get going. So as you can see, you'll go to flipgrid.com, type it in one more time, just for people linking in the video. Go to flipgrid.com, click sign up today, it's free.
And something to note is that there are no student accounts. So you as an educator are the only one who needs to have a Flipgrid account to create these prompts and discussions and to share it out. All the students will need is a code, which again, we'll go through in a little bit, but there are no student accounts. So there's no worries about them having a login and a password. All they need is a flip code that you will provide as the educator.
Totally, yes. And so once you're in for the first time, you'll see I have a number of topics. Flipgrid is pretty smart. So when I click sign up, it actually just logged me in. If you're going to Flipgrid for the first time, it will have you create an account, answer a couple of questions, and then you'll land here and you'll be ready to create your first topic. And so what that looks like is I'm going to click add a topic since I don't have that prompt right away. A topic can be anything. Once again, as our colleague said, Jornay said, if you can think it, you can Flipgrid it. This can be introductions. It can be demonstrate an exercise. This can be share your hypothesis. This can just be, how are you feeling? What's going on? Tap into that social emotional learning. So a great one they had from an amazing educator named Mike Mohammed is share about yourself. I don't know if this is how you would title the project, but just share a couple things. So
that's what what Adam showed is the title is basically the kind of brief overview, and then in that prompt you can see you have 1,000 characters to give as much supplement and stimulus to this discussion. So you can ask a bunch of actions that you would like your students to share about, giving them maybe key points. You can also link in certain articles right within this topic prompt. So imagine this as like a big hyperdoc you can have in there, but this is all supplement to the discussion you want them to have via video afterwards.
Totally, yes. And so we'll show you what this looks like from the student side. But once again, we're in the educator side. We filled in the prompt. As George mentioned, I have 1,000 characters. I can, bold this text if I want to do, some fancy editing, or not fancy editing, some simple additions here. I can link to different stuff. But once again, this amazing prompt from Mike Mohammed talking about all these cool things. And so once I've created my prompt, I'm going to set my recording time, and the default is 45 seconds. I can set it as little as 15 and as much as 10 minutes. And this is the amount of time students will have to record a video. So, it's a great opportunity to reflect on, what will this prompt entail? How much do I want my students to be succinct or elaborate, whatever may be the case. So for this one in particular, I'll go with 1 minute. And then you'll see closed captions. And so Flipgrid, again, totally free, can caption all of your videos. You just need to choose the language. So I'll choose English for this one. And then we have moderation. And what this means is, true to the word, moderating means that you as the educator will review videos before your scholars can see them. So students will be able to submit a video, but then they won't be able to see anyone's videos until you actually go in and approve the video. So we'll toggle it on for now. And then down here, you'll see your topic media. So you can record a video, upload a video, attach a YouTube Vimeo link, whatever you want to do. Image, you can see all the different options here. What this basically allows you to do is build out a really enriching lesson or activity on Flipgrid with this focus media. And so we'll do a Giphy on this one. And since we talked about we were part of Microsoft, let me show off some of our fun Giphies from our Microsoft EDU friends. And as you can see, if I decide I want to do something different, I can click delete and move on. But then here is basically the penultimate step. We've set up the topic. Now we're just going to define the access and then share. And so the default and the best option to do is the student email domain. So this is using that student account. So for example, at Flipgrid, I might have at Microsoft. And as you can see, you can add multiple names. So maybe it's a shout out to my middle school. I don't even know if that was the email. And another thing to note is that your scholars may have different email addresses than you. And if that's the case, you would also want to put in their email domain. And this is everything that comes after the @ sign. Plain and simple. So that is the best way to set up the Flipgrid access if your students have a Google or Microsoft managed email account. Another option is the student username. And George, do you want to talk about what this is?
Yeah, absolutely. So by clicking on the student username, you can essentially create a list or a roster of your students in there. So Adam is putting my name, George Malukrin, and then this username is basically a 2-digit key that allows me to log in. So when I go, I get prompted. This is a student username grid. I put in my 2-character access basically. When I type in the GM, I'll have access to this topic. Additionally, you can also upload a CSV file. So right there, if you already have like a class roster with first name, last name, and then maybe even a lunch code, you can upload that and then it'll automatically be what they can do to access into it.
Totally. And the third option is if you're creating a grid for an adult community. So for example, your PLC, maybe you have your department wants to do a grid. You can make this grid public. This is for adult learning, right? We're lifelong learners. So anyone can learn anytime. You can create a public topic, and what this will enable your community to do is access Flipgrid with just simply your code, and then they'll authenticate in using Microsoft or Google email address to record a video, but anyone with the code will be able to access. So once again, we want to keep this private for this example, and we're going to go with school email domain. And so
let's also show real quick, Adam, the guest password at the bottom. So this is an optional thing if you want to bring in, like it says, families and guests to join. And this basically gives them access as if like maybe they're a grandparent or an uncle that you want to bring and showcase for parent-teacher night or some sort of thing that your student has created. And it kind of gives the ability for them to have access as a quick access, and they have the option to put in that password. But that's totally up to like whatever prompt you have and whatever topics you are, just to have that option to bring in more people into your community.
Definitely. So once you're ready, you'll click Create Topic. And that's all. you have done everything you need to do to get started with Flipgrid. You're going to share this code down with, I guess there's one more step. You have to share the code with your community. But as far as an educator is concerned, you've set up your topic. You're ready to start hearing from your students. So you can share this code absolutely anywhere you connect with your community. This is a URL. So you just copy that code, like you can see me clicking here, and then share it. You can share in, if you have like a Teams chat, or you have a Schoology or Class Dojo or a Nearpod lesson or anything, Pear Deck, whatever, wherever your community meets, you can share this code and they will be able to access your discussion prompt, your topic. You'll also see we have some additional buttons, so you can share a QR code. You can embed this topic if you have a class website or an LMS, if you want to embed the topic within an activity within your learning management system. You can share to Microsoft Teams. You can share to Google Classroom. And so that will enable you to, if you're not already, log into your Google Classroom account and share with your community there. And you can also share with Remind. Am I forgetting anything there, George?
No, that's great. I think also you should know, like, this isn't your only step that you can do to share it. Once Adam clicks the all set, you can still go back and share this to different communities. So you'll see right above that topic focus in the educator admin, you can click share and you'll get those same prompts again. So don't feel like that's the only opportunity you have to share it. You'll always have the ability to share this discussion wherever you would like to.
Totally. So once again, I just want to take a moment to say, like, that is, again, absolutely everything you need to know to get started with Flipgrid. And so now we're going to show you what your students will do to access Flipgrid, but that as an educator is the core, what you will do. So let me share over here. I'm going to show you again, we're on the educator side of Flipgrid. We have this unique code. So I'm going to copy it one more time, as George mentioned. And then as a student, what my scholars will do is go to flipgrid.com, and then they will enter that code. And so since I copied the full URL, I'm going to take just that code part. And now's a good time to point out that we are on the Microsoft Edge browser. Flipgrid is best on Edge or Google Chrome. So it works on essentially any computer with a webcam, a Surface, a Chromebook, an HP, an Acer, or whatever. Just make sure you're accessing on the Microsoft Edge browser or your Google Chrome browser. Moreover, if your students would like, if they use iPads or iPhones, or I don't think iPods exist anymore, but if they have an iPod, we also have a free app for iOS. Likewise, if they have an Android device, we have a free app for Android. So students, all they need to know, as George mentioned, there are no student accounts. They just need to know this code that you have created for them as the educator. And once they enter that code on the Edge browser, on the iPhone app, on the Android app, they'll click enter, and here they'll be brought into that authentication screen. And so what's great as a scholar is I know I'm in the right place because this is the title of the topic. I recognize me as my teacher, right? So this is, in this instance, I'm the teacher and the student, but I recognize that this is my teacher who set up the topic. And now I can join with my Google or Microsoft account. And also here's where George mentioned, if you have a family or guest member, they could enter that guest password. But since I'm a student in the class, I'm going to join with Microsoft. I'll log right in. And here I am in my topic. And so this is the student view. I have authenticated in. I'm seeing the prompt up here. I'm seeing this focus media, which is a fun Giphy in this instance. This could also be a video, as I mentioned, from my educator, and I'm ready to record a response. There are 3 different buttons you can click to record a response. We have it right up here. We have the record a response right under the prompt, and then that big red record button right there. And so we really want to make sure that your students know once they get in the topic, they're ready to join the conversation. They're ready to add their voice. They're ready to express their creativity. And so this is what that looks like from a student side. So they're going to click record. And this is, again, assuming that they've already read the prompt, right? So we've read the prompt, but don't worry, if we didn't, we can click right up here and get that topic right there. Look around, see all good. And recording a prompt can be as simple as this. I can say, hello, my name is Adam Parker Goldberg. My hobbies include running and biking and going to coffee shops. I'm passionate about helping educators and scholars and families share on Flipgrid, yada, 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 right? Record my response. I hit pause, record. Maybe I think of something else and I want to say, also, my favorite media is Flipgrid. And so something like that, I hit next.
Hello, my name is
I can
Adam
review my video, pause. If I want, I can go back and add more, but let's say I'm confident in that response. I click next, snap a selfie, hit next. I have the option to change some things. So maybe, I just want you to know me by Adam. I can add a link, add a title, but otherwise I just click submit, success. And it's showing me right here that my video has been submitted. The video is moderated, so the video is not showing up until my educator approves that video, but I'm confident that my video has been received. Moreover, since I've authenticated in with my Microsoft email address, I'll get an email notification telling me my video is submitted. That was pretty fast, pretty simple, but once again, we just want to stress how easy Flipgrid can be. It's simple and powerful and fun to start a conversation and get your students talking. But let's dive a little bit more into the camera. And George, I'll click around. Do you want to talk about these fun camera features?
Yeah, so right now we're in the recorder. So before Adam has started recording, you can kind of set the scene. So he's going to click that effects tab, and you'll see a number of different filters you can do. So this basically is, I don't know what's that one, the Korean Machine, Old Town. This brick one's really cool for if you're like, camera shy students. There's like the green sepia, the sunset. There's all these fun ones that you can allow your students to kind of toggle on. But again, I should note, you can turn these video features off if needed. And we'll go back and show you where that is. Next, you do frames. So these are really fun, just to like give kind of like a landscape to it. My favorite is the very left, Adam. If you go to the breaking news, I love this one. This is a great way to have students basically give like the current event or how the weekend went. Additionally, you'll see the full emoji library in there, additionally to some of our Flipgrid custom stickers. So you'll see these, you'll see people, the accessories, just kind of jazz up whatever the video is, math symbols, magic is just kind of magical areas, but this last one is great for ASL. And this is an expanding library, both ASL and BSL sign language there. Additionally, let's go back to effects. I'll add one of those.
I'm going to add an emoji just for fun. Oh, and then we can show you here as well. If you want, you can duplicate that emoji. That should be duplicating my emoji. There it is. So maybe I have two party people, but I'm like, nah, I just need one party person. So I'll do that. But I can resize and move around the screen. But here I am back in the thing. George, walk me through.
Yeah, so then we have text. So you can click on the text and we'll have different kinds of fonts. There's also additionally the regular classic font. Let's click that one. But also when you have this, you'll see you can type it in and then have full customization of it, of the color, of the styles, the outline of it. So it's really cool to really kind of create that creativity for your students and how they're wanting to explain or supplement their voice in this discussion. And then let's see so I'm going to actually skip over draw for right now, Adam. Let's go to board. So we'll click board. So you have a number of boards. You have the dot board, you have the grid, you have a note paper, you have a rainbow, or just a plain whiteboard. And so let's use the space one for now. And then split screen at the bottom, you can now literally split the screen to however you would like it, whether it be a little bit of Adam, a lot of Adam. But now that you have this board on there, let's go back and leave that on there, Adam, and then go back to the inking tool before. And now in the recording, Adam can now draw on this while it's going on. And so let's say that's a little too thin. Adam, let's make that a little thicker. So in that same draw tool, you can change the thickness of that. So you can, and they can go back and they can redo it. And again, this is before we started the recording. So once Adam starts the recording, he can actually live ink during it. So Adam's going to show his math problem solving, or he wants to throw a little fun flair in there. He can move around. And now he presses pause.
Oh no, I want to live into it.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, that's my eye and that's my other eye. I don't know.
Yeah, so there's full autonomy of what they can do during it. They can get fun with it. We see a lot of stop motion with it, just for animations or just kind of showing their thought process with anything, but just kind of be able to show their work, because we know a lot of times there's a lot of things happening in their head. They want to kind of talk out, but this really helps them kind of bring that to process. And then, okay, so let's go back again. Oh yeah, great job, Adam. And we'll go to the last one, which is the photo. So we showed that you can bring in, emoji stickers, the special Flipgrid stickers. You can add a custom sticker. So let's say you have a picture that you want to share, like this is my dog, this is my family, or this is the Flipgrid logo. They can bring that in and kind of have their own custom stickers to talk about, which is a great way to personalize those videos as well. Okay, cool. And then let's go to the other side, Adam. So it's options. So right now we were in effects before. Now this is options. And these are great as well, because let's say Upload a video is if you have a clip or a recording on your native device, on your phone or your computer that you want to bring in, you can definitely do that by clicking that. And then essentially it'll bring that clip as an individual one that you can rearrange later, which we'll go back in a bit. But for now, I don't think we have a clip. So let's bring it back. Click.
I want to point out that is app smashing. So if you hear someone say, app smash Flipgrid with something, Adobe Spark, now it's suddenly like as soon as you try to think WeVideo, trying to think of like what other apps.
There's so many.
So uploading a clip to Flipgrid, you would create a video somewhere else and you can upload that right into Flipgrid. And likewise, as we showed, you can have multiple clips. So you could upload a clip. So I could do a little bit of recording here and then upload a clip and then do some more recording, things like that. Sorry, George, carry on.
No, yeah. So that was the first one. The second one is mirroring a video. So give that a tap. And let's say that you're like, you have a reverse, it's showing up weird. You can mirror it. So definitely go on there. Or let's say Adam's hair looks better on the left, on the right. We have an option as well. And then right next to it is the audio control. So right now our audio is on. If you click that off, then now there's no audio coming in from your device. So it'll be a silent video. Just kind of give that option of just being able to just draw on there without having the background sound on there. Perfect. And then the last one, which we know that for especially educators, just showing like what the instruction is screen recording. So you click that screen record button, and then you can pick a tab. So you can share your entire screen. You can choose an application window, maybe just an Edge tab, whatever you want to share. And then once you click that tab that you want and then click share, it'll now give the regular recording countdown. And you'll notice it's picture in picture. So right in the bottom right, Adam's always going to be there, and he's going to be able to show everything he's going through. So if you have instruction, let's say, if you want to show like how to access the grid, or you have a teacher webpage that has resources on there, or you want to walk through it.
Or you want to throw a little fun.
Sorry, George.
No worries. Yeah. And so it's just like that. And then you'll be able to stop the recording just as quick as you would like. And then you'll upload it again as a new clip. So that's all the camera features. And then additionally, there's some at the top right, Adam. Let's actually go cover if we still can.
Back to the camera?
Yes. So back in the very top right, you'll see two toggle options. The very top is the topic prompt. So let's say your student forgot what they were supposed to be talking about. They can bring that in. And this is only to show to them, not to anyone else. So this is a supplement. It's like, okay, I make sure I talk about my passion, my hobbies, what I like to create, and my favorite media. Additionally, let's say they want to leave themselves some notes. So we have the sticky note option. So let's say, remember you love running, or keep eye contact. And again, this is only visible to the student or the person recording. So this is to give them that extra kind of flair. You can do more sticky notes as much as possible, just to supplement and give a resource, almost like a teleprompter, let's say.
And the fun tip about this one is you all can't see my computer per se, but I can move this to the center top, so it looks like I'm looking at my camera right while I'm reading my notes. So just like a fun little tip that we've learned from the educators and scholars and families. But things like that. Yeah. What else, George?
I think, and then so right now you have the option to flip a camera. So I believe, Adam, you're on a device that doesn't have a rear camera, but let's say you're on a mobile device and you want to share what you're looking at. You can flip the camera just as easy as that. And then also in the top left, there's a redo and undo. So basically, let's say I want to basically change, take out those numbers I had right there. Or let's say I want to clear the whole entire thing. You can go to the very top and then clear it. And so they'll take away all the stickers that you just put in to kind of clear that landscape and start over if you would like.
But here, Priscilla Heredia, I think is the who taught me this. You could build as I just did, and then while I'm recording, right? So here I am recording, and I'm telling you, here are my passions. I love doing parties and having fun and saying 2 + 2 = 4. And that can all be while I'm recording and create that build.
Yeah. But yeah, and then actually let's go into the kind of dragging and dropping of the different clips, Adam. So click next. And so you'll see at the very, I'll give you a pause. You'll see there's multiple clips on here. So you can kind of hover over it, and we were to click into one of them, we can essentially trim the back and the front. Maybe the beginning was a little bit we don't want to show them this part. We just want to show when the screen actually starts recording. Maybe at the very end, we want to bring in as well. And then we'll click confirm, and that'll make those changes of the trimming we did on both sides.
So I was going to show.
And let's say we wanted that clip in the very beginning. So you can literally click and drag that to the front. And so now this will be the very first video that starts with. And then let's say actually that second to last one, Adam, we didn't really like that at all. Like we don't need it. You can actually delete that clip and confirm. And then now this is our new spread. But let's say, Adam, you forgot to show them the student experience or all your cookbooks. And so you want to add more. So now they can click add more, and he's back into that recorder, and he can go back and share something he might have forgot, just to kind of give that full control for the students, like so it's at their own pace, and it doesn't feel as a rush for them. So this is great just for students building confidence, just being on camera and getting that practice in there. And then once they feel very comfortable with the whole video and they've reviewed the whole thing, they can click next, and then they can snap a selfie. And so they'll have, again, the full control of all these different video features on here, and they can have full time. They can put their name in a text, give it a smile. If they can review it, they want to redo it, they could. And and then you'll get basically the topic complete or the video completion platform. You can create your display name. You can add a link. Let's say they have like, their Twitter handle on here, or they have like maybe the Word doc that they want to link in, as well as a title.
And as George mentioned, this link can be very powerful for if a student is reflecting on a piece of work. Maybe they put together like a spreadsheet. You're doing like some kind of finance class, and they want to talk about their analysis of a financial spreadsheet they put together. And so they talk about that in the video, and then they link it here. Or to a more simpler degree, maybe they've created a Wakelet collection and they want to tell you about their awesome Wakelet collection. Maybe they use screen recording to show you what that Wakelet collection looked like. And then they want to give you the opportunity to actually go in and experience the collection themselves. They can add that link right here.
Yep. And then they click submit, and then they get the success. And you'll get the option right here to download that QR code. So like that is essentially giving them basically the scan it with the mobile app. They'll have that Flipgrid AR, which we can cover a little bit later. But they have completed the steps. They have now added their video to the grid. They'll click complete. And again, this video is moderated. So it'll have the educator, you would be able to approve that. But let's say if it wasn't moderated, that clip would immediately pop in there. So Adam, let's show them how you approve and hide and activate videos.
Awesome. All right. So I'm going to go back to Flipgrid.com. I'm going to access now as an educator. So I'll click educator login. Once again, I'm already logged in, so Flipgrid knows that I'm here. I'll click on this topic, and I have 3 responses. Oh, it looks like Sneaky George added a video as well. So as George mentioned, the topic is moderated, and so all of these videos are hidden. You can see that here, that they're hidden. And I can click into review, or if I'm like, oh, I know George, I know Adam, I'm going to go ahead and approve the videos. So I can click activate here. And then when I'm seeing that as a student again, there are the videos activated, ready to go. But the topic is still moderated. So I won't be able to see any new videos until my educator approves, but I'll be able to see videos that have been approved. George, can you say that better?
No, yeah. So like basically what Adam's saying, like we had just approved those videos in the moderated group, so those will be active. But as a student, I'll see only the ones that are approved until like the educator approves all the videos. So if we go back to the educator, so as an educator, you have the option to hide and approve these videos that are moderated. But like actually, let's show them what it looks like. When you unmoderate it, it basically is just completely active. So those videos still will be hidden, but you still have to go improve it. But now when someone records, it'll just be popping right there. So let's go into edit topic. So this is what we did when I was starting to create the topic. You have full autonomy to go back and you were to scroll down. You can toggle off video moderation and then update topic. And you notice, I don't know if you remember, there was a little hand right across the title that's gone now. And now if we go back to the student view of the grid and refresh, we'll now see our videos, but it's no longer moderated. The little text is gone. So if we were to record a video real quick.
I'm going to do this cool brick filter.
Oh, yeah.
We like the bricks. We like building. Oh, I am passionate about
brick fans.
What did you say?
Big brick fans. And we'll click next. We'll just go through this real quick. Take a selfie. Submit. And then you'll see that video right appears just like that. So that's when it's not moderated. So that's again giving you that control access of videos that come in, just for classroom management, or if like you're teaching, like they're new to the camera and you're making sure like what's appropriate to post and what's not. It's a great part of a digital citizenship lesson. So that's a great way, especially if you have a lot of students and you can't keep track of it. This is a good way to do all those. Also, let's show them batch action. Like, let's say you do have a bunch of videos that are hidden and you want to go through each one and review it. You can go into the top left. It says actions.
Oh, I have to select. So I can either select individually or I can say select all.
Yep. And then in that, you can activate all responses. You can hide them. You can add to a mixtape, which will go in a bit. You can move responses. You can print the QR codes. You can download those videos, or you can also delete those.
And let us just warn you that when you delete a video, you will be deleting that video for good. And Flipgrid is going to warn you about that. So if I say delete, I'm getting this prompt. Are you sure you want to delete 3 responses and associated replies? So if there are replies, and we'll show you what that looks like. Permanent cannot be undone. You have to say yes and then delete. But I like our videos, so I'm going to keep them. That's that. George, I want to show back while we're on the student side. So this is the educator. We're going to go back to the student side. We have our 4 awesome videos. Let's talk about this blue button, the immersive reader.
Brought that up, Adam. So this is the immersive reader. So this is a Microsoft learning tool to be able to basically empower all learners wherever there's text. So you'll see here, it brings that topic prompt that we had before, and we have the ability to play that aloud. So the bottom, kind of like it's covered right now, but that bottom middle says play.
Things.
It'll read out that text to you, male or female voice, the speed of that voice, as well as we'll click that AA, and you can have the text prefaces. So you can make the text bigger. You could change the font to Comic Sans. You can change the contrast color behind it, more colors if you need it, as well as I personally love this, like the syllable. So if you're teaching like different nouns and verbs and adjectives and adverbs, it'll bring that out in a certain color, which is also customizable. In addition, you'll have the different line focus. So I know there's a lot of text, and for me especially, like it's kind of hard to focus by bringing that in. So when they play it, it'll bring it down. Like what is your passion? And then it'll go next line and bring that in.
Passion.
Additionally, you'll have the picture dictionary. So if we'll go back to that book, and if you were to highlight over something like maybe they're starting to learn the English language or a different language, they'll give you kind of supplemental imagery to kind of help you with those texts. And let's say also you want to, like the captions before you saw the different languages, those same translate captions will be on there as well. So it'll change it into a different German or Mandarin or whatever you want by either by word or the whole document. So it's great, especially because this is in full control of the student, because we know that to be able to share your voice and to record that video, you need to know what the prompt is and what the ask is. And sometimes that's difficult, especially in the setting if they can't read the text. So this is where we want to fully kind of bring that empowerment to the student, which is made possible by the Microsoft Learning Tool Immersive Reader. So wherever you see that blue button with the book and the speaker is where Immersive Reader is active. And this is across both on the educator side, you'll see it. You'll see it when we go through captions. Just all across Flipgrid, we want to bring that ability and empowerment to all students with Immersive Reader. So we're really, really happy to have embedded that and proud to have it just to be able to bring every student's voice to the front in the best way.
Totally. George, let's click on your video.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I have the closed captions option here.
And this is as a student we're looking at this. So like if I'm going to the grid and I want to watch my peers' videos, I can now watch the video and it kind of brings that video into a larger scape. And then I can also see the videos queued up that are also my responses. So I want to click on the next one and review that. And let's leave a reply for one of them. Adam, yeah?
Yeah, so we'll add a comment. I'll say, hey, thank you so much, George. Hey. Add a nice little reply from, I can say, your friend Adam.
And then click complete. And now if we give it a refresh and I'm going to go back and view my video, I can see my peer Adam had left me a comment that I can watch later.
And the other thing, oh, hold on. The other thing I want to point out. So closed captions, because we're automatically captioning George's video, but we can also use that powerful immersive reader on the captions.
So everything that I clicked on will now be basically the immersive reader on there. There'll be captions on it. So the full full suite of abilities we had before is now on there for any text, like we said. But let's say we wanted to actually, I'm not sure if it'll pop up just yet because we know there's a lot of transcribed in there to edit those captions, Adam.
Yeah, so we're going to go back over to the educator side of Flipgrid. And Let me refresh so we can get all our rich videos in there. I'll click on George's video.
Doing great.
And it does look like the captions process, but I don't have the, oh, here we go. I can now
edit captions. So down that, so to get to this again, we're at the student video on the educator side. We're going to click actions and then edit captions. And now we say, I don't think I said that. I said, you're doing great, Adam, is what I said. And we want to adjust that. And so now you'll see it automatically update on the video as well. He's now updated. So now if we were to watch that video again, it has the correct captions. Because we know that it can only keep up with so much, and maybe some words are pronounced differently. So we want to make sure that you have ability to edit those and properly transcribe those captions.
And as you can see, this video is a little bit longer, so it's just taking a little bit longer for the magical caption machine to caption this video. But those will be captioned soon. What else? Okay, so we're gonna get into more of the nitty gritty. But right now, I want to share, if you're getting started with Flipgrid, well, what do you think, George? Should we talk about the Discovery tab, or should we talk about editing a topic?
Well, let's talk about editing a topic and just go to we had the more options. So let's just go line by line of like all the different things you can do of that topic. Okay. So now we're again in the educator dashboard, and we're within the topic. And we're going to either click, you can do the pencil, or you can go to actions and click edit topic right on the top. So 2 ways to get there. And so again, you'll see the very top, the title, the prompt, the recording time, which you can adjust, the captions again, video moderation, the focus, access control.
Change that focus actually, George, shall we?
Yeah, let's change the focus.
So I'm going to delete the current. I don't want to do that. And I actually want to record a video and model to my scholars. And so you can see as an educator, I have all the same fun Flipgrid features that my students get to enjoy. And so I can say, hey, everyone. Hey, everyone, I'm so excited to meet you to start our classroom discussion. I'm pulling from my friend, fellow educator, Mike Mohammed. So please share your interests, your hobbies, your favorite media, and what you like to create. Something like that, right? So, and just like my students, I can edit my video. I can go in and trim my video if I want. And then I get to snap a selfie as well.
My name is Adam.
And success. And now my video will be that focus media. And so that's how I can edit that media. And once again, this will get captioned. We just got to wait for the magical caption machine to edit the captions. But once that's good to go, I'll be able to edit those captions as well. And so we can check back later once those are ready. But
and a reminder, whatever
you can edit the title, edit the prompt, edit the recording time. Maybe I say, actually need a little bit more time. Edit the captions. Maybe you're going to be speaking in French, or maybe you're going to be speaking in Arabic. Whatever the captions are going to be the primary language, you can edit that here. And note that this will apply to videos moving forward from when you make this edit.
And whatever you make,
go ahead, George. Sorry.
So whatever change you make sure that you click that update topic on the bottom right when you make it. So right now, none of those changes have been made until Adam clicks update topic. So now that'll be reflected across the student side as well as your side. So just a general reminder, whatever changes you make for it to fully be activated is to confirm it with that update topic button.
Sweet. So let's go ahead and share. We'll go, you might have seen there's some more options you can add with the topic. And as George has pointed out several times, you can edit your topic at any point. So if you create it and then later you want to change something, you can always edit your topic. So you just go to that edit topic button. And now we'll show you, in addition to the title, in addition to the prompt, the recording time, the closed captions, the moderation, the media, the access control, there are all these additional features you can activate and access with your topic. So let's start with topic attachments, George. What are these? What's going on? Yeah,
so again, so you can add a link. So let's say it's to your teacher blog page or a resource link, or maybe your Wakelet presentation, whatever it is. And then in addition to the link, you don't have to give it that long URL title. You can give it its own. So basically a quick access, the Flipgrid blog. And you'll have the option to add in multiple attachments. And I believe, Adam, we can do 9 external links. Whatever you would like to kind of supplement that lesson to give your learners the full kind of scope or scope of whatever they're learning about. And so let's actually just update that topic and show them what that looks like. Unless you have another link you got.
Well, I mean, George, you know me, I have a bunch of links.
Let's give it a topic just so they know what those icons look like. So we'll give them that full kind of breadth of the of the topic attachments.
And then actually, why don't we go through each and we'll show once all of these steps are done. We'll update topic at the very end.
Okay.
Okay, so, or no, I'm with you. Let's see what that looks like now. I'm too eager. So we've added our topic attachments. So I'm going to click update topic. And then here they are, right under my prompt. And so this is, again, as the educator is seeing the topic, but we can go in and as the student sees the topic, and as George promised, we have the cool little icons to indicate what I will be accessing. So for example, if I want to see the Twitter, here's the Twitter. And then I can go back to my topic and I want to see the Help Center. Here's that Help Center. Yes?
Yes, that's great. Yeah, and so again, you can have up to 9 attachments right within the topic that you want to share out. But yeah, that was great. Let's go back into the topic details again. And so that was topic attachments. And you see on the very right, you kind of have like almost like a bookmark of where each one is. So we can go straight to topic attachments. You can click, and so basically it jump cuts you to exactly where you need to be in case you don't want to do all the scrolling.
So what is topic status?
Yes, this is great, especially if you're kind of scheduling out a lot of topics for your school year. So right now our topic is active. That means it's available, people can access it. And what Adam's looking at is a scheduled date. So let's say this topic is only available from Sunday to Saturday for your students to respond. And so you can go in and choose the 9th to the 15th. And so basically it'll be active within those days. So you don't have to go in and deactivate it because the assignment has already been due and they should have done it by then. You can basically update it to where it only is within that window. Additionally, you can make that frozen. So what a frozen topic is that all the responses will still be there, but they're not able to respond. So let's update it as frozen and show them what that looks like. So as a frozen topic, once updated, they'll go to it, we'll refresh it, and you'll see that topic is frozen. So these videos can be viewed, but no other videos can be additionally recorded. So this is a great if you want your topic to be view only, but no responses to be added. And again, that's indicated by as a student would see the topic is frozen, they can still click through all the videos and comments, but they cannot add any more videos.
And so George, let's talk about this. Is the topic is frozen, so we can view the videos, but we can't add videos. What if I want students to be able to see the topic and add a video, but not view any videos? What would I do?
Okay. So I love that scenario, Adam. So right now we have 4 responses. So as an educator, let's go back into the topic details. Actually, let's go to the topic first. So we're going to navigate again to that share about yourself, the 4 responses. And the first thing we're going to do is hide all the responses. So let's go to actions, click all those. This is, again, the bulk action options. Now these are all hidden. But now let's go back into the topic details. We're going to edit the topic. We're going to scroll down and click video moderation. We're going to toggle back on. And then we're going to update this topic. So now as a student, when I go back to that same topic, I'll notice that the videos are all gone, but I can still respond. So we're going to give that a quick.
Oh, all right, I need to make it active again. So this is a frozen topic with no videos. So I'm not able to add a video, nor am I able to see any of the videos. But I want my students, as I mentioned, to be able to add a video, but not view any videos. So we're going to turn on moderation, and we are going to make the topic active.
Yes, and then we're going to update topic, and we'll go again back into that, give it a refresh. And so now the topic is moderated, but the video is also active. So now I can leave a response, but I won't be able to see any of the additional responses. So like Adam's scenario has said, we want to share a topic where students can add videos, but not see each other's videos and only have the educator view them. And so that is when the topic is moderated or active. And again, let's say that the learning environment wants to change throughout time. You want it frozen only, or you want it active, or the full active and not moderated. You can always do that at any time to go back and edit that topic. And again, you'll get that prompt. Your video has been submitted. It will be hidden, but you as an educator can have full visibility into all those different videos that are now under the moderated option.
Totally. And the other thing to note here is that the notification is your video will be hidden until approved by your educator. But if you as an educator want to keep those videos hidden forever, you can do that as well. Eric Garcia is an incredible educator in California who has shared this video inbox idea. And so what he allows his students to do is he has this kind of, his mailbox is open, but instead of writing a piece of mail, they can submit a Flipgrid video to him, and he always keeps these videos hidden. So there's not an until approved in his topic scenario. The videos always remain hidden.
I love it. And maybe, Adam, it's a good point to now go into the Discovery Library. What do you think?
Well, let's do a couple more of these topic features and then do Discovery.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
All right. So we're going to go Actions, Edit Topic. We have Essentials. We have Access Control. We have the Attachments. We have the Status we just talked about. Let's talk about Topic Features.
So the features are essentially, again, how frequently you get it. So we had that email, right, that we signed up with Educator account. So we can essentially get a digest of all the videos that are added to a grid, whether you want that every video notification or you want it every day to give you an update or weekly. It's up to however you want to do the classroom management, especially how many students you have and how many videos are submitted.
We also have download and share. So if you want your scholars to be able to download their video, you may have seen once I submit a video, I have the option to download right away. That you can toggle on or off right here. And topic followers. So if you want everyone contributing to the topic, maybe you have this great discussion, it's going to last all week long, and people will be adding, that's the best part about Flipgrid is that you can access when convenient for you. And then everyone else on the grid, same for them. So if you want everyone to get notified when a new video is added, you can allow people to follow your topic. And that's topic followers. And then let's jump down to video features. So what's happening here, George?
So video features is what those different kind of enhancements and camera features that we were able to toggle on with would be frames or stickers, whatever those are. So you can make it only capable to, let's say, selfies and videos, selfies only, which is that last step in recording, the videos only, which is the actual recording process, or let's say you don't want any of the video features on for now. So this is great because now when they access that video, they'll basically just record themselves. They want to have functionality of bringing in those frames and filters and stickers. And this could just be a part of like your classroom management of teaching digital citizenship. So you have full control to toggle those off if that's how you would like to do the recording and discussions. Additionally, you can turn off video comments. So video comments are the replies to the video. So you saw earlier Adam had added a reply or a video comment to my video. You can turn that off so that the student can only watch the video but not leave a response. Right underneath that is view count. So this essentially shows you how many times that video has been viewed. Again, this is classroom management of what you want the student to be able to see. So sometimes you can turn that off. Sticky notes, if let's say you don't want them to add, like let's say they're not supposed to like cheat or something like that and read off a prompt, you can turn those off as well. And then the top right is video editing. So editing, this is where you could trim, add more, rearrange the clips. Let's say you want that off, you have the ability to toggle that off as well. And then attachment link. So attachment link is essentially if you want the student to add in like their Wakelet, like Adam said, or a blog or a Google Doc, whatever it is that they're submitting their video, you can turn that off or add it on. Again, depending on your classroom management. And then the last one is likes. And this is already toggled off just by default. But this allows, when you turn that on, there's a little sort of a heart sticker. You can go in like almost like a like button, similar to like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. And that's just, again, like how you would like the classroom management of that kind of a feature of it. But right now, it's always toggled off when you create a topic. But again, just to show you
some creativity. So I'm going to toggle everything on.
But this is just to show you have full control as an educator to turn off and on the different features within that topic and the recording process, because we know that your environment is very different from everyone else's. So we want to give you full control of that.
Totally. Let's talk about feedback.
Yes. So there's
feedback.
Go ahead. Yeah. No. Yeah. Do you want to start?
No, George, you take it. You take it.
Yeah. So feedback is a great way to just leave like constructive ideas and tips for your students. And so you have the basic feedback, which essentially gives you just your ideas and performance. And so what that is, it gives you a grading scale of like 0 to 5. But let's actually click custom feedback. So in custom feedback, you can create your own custom rubric. So let's add criteria. And so we can give this as, what was our thing? So argument.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Analysis.
George and I, never being in the classroom, we're not good at coming up with criteria. But I mean, this is a fun one. So let's just say like, how fun is your hobby? And of course, we're going to give every student 100%.
I think why.
Oh no. Maybe we also didn't go to school. Spelling has never been a strong suit for me. That's all right. So our criteria is how fun is your hobby, we'll say. So did you remember to share a hobby? Maybe that's our criteria.
Yeah, so like basically different line items that you're checking for. Did you remember to share the hobby? Let's say maybe it was like, did you keep eye contact, or did you ask about someone else's, or did they reply? So that just like different, whatever the criteria you want, you can make that. As you can see, you have 120 characters to give it, and then you can show a minimum score and a maximum score. So what's really cool about this, let's say you already have a rubric with like, out of 10 points or out of 20 points, you can make it that way just to align with your same criteria as your rubric. And so once you click create, you now have that ability. And so we're going to just add that criteria and make sure it's check marked. And then we're going to update that topic.
Here's some other
rubrics you can add as well. And whenever you want, you see those little pencil icons, you can go back and edit those rubrics. Like let's say you wanted to change it later. So you're not stuck with that or to delete it and add another one. You can go back and essentially just edit that. So when we update that topic, so now we're still in the educator dashboard and we want to review one of those videos and leave feedback. So let's click into one of those. And so we're now watching the video and we're going to click the feedback tab under that. So again, we're in the educator dashboard and we're viewing that one video and we're clicking feedback. And so now you'll see that grading rubric is now live right here. And so you can essentially leave a score out of 17. So we gave it an 8. Did it look great? Yes. And go down the list and leave that. And then once you've given all those different scores, you can also leave written feedback private to Adam or whoever your student responded. So this is really great to give that personalized feedback. And then this is, again, only available to the student that replied. So since they were opting in with their email address, you can copy that feedback link or email it directly to them.
The other thing that we skipped right past, maybe you were saying this, short. You could also record private video feedback.
Exactly, yeah. So in addition to this grading rubric and then private comments, you can record a response as private feedback. And again, only available to them.
Hey, Adam, really loved learning about your hobbies. You learn about yourself every day, don't you? That was the Minnesota accent, don't ya? Oh no, that's funny. So then there's that private video feedback, and if I want, I can download my private video feedback or delete that video if I decided I wanted to share something else. But video feedback, grading rubric feedback, private comments, you can leave all of this, and that will be exclusively viewable by the individual student. And so as George was mentioning, we can copy this feedback link, share with the student wherever we connect with that scholar via email, via Google Classroom, via Microsoft Teams, wherever you connect with your student. You can also email the feedback, so I can just send that feedback right away there. And so let's actually share, George, this will be we'll do kind of a sneak peek looking ahead. Coming soon, students will be able to view your private educator feedback when they authenticate into the grid. And so it'll actually just appear right on the player view. So that is coming soon. That is not active yet, but let us show you what that learner experience will look like in the coming months.
It looks something like
I'm so glad you had that video queued up, Adam. That's a beautiful illustration of like what's to come in addition to what we already have. So what we shared already was the private video comments that you can email to them. But what in that video, if you notice, is that as a student, when I authed in, you had the indication of an educator comment that shows up in green, both in text and video, which is really awesome because then they can all go in just one place.
Totally. And you also saw that text comments will be coming to Flipgrid soon, so that students will be able to not only add a video response as we showed earlier, but also type comments because engagement, social learning happens in various mediums. And so text comments coming soon to Flipgrid. But as George mentioned, we've shared more than you need to know to get started. We've talked about all the different topic features. But if you're looking for inspiration on how to get started with Flipgrid and where to find enriching topics, we've built that right into Flipgrid. So George, do you want to talk about the Discovery Library?
Absolutely, yeah. So we're back in the educator dashboard. And so you'll see that we just basically covered everything in the discussion tab. And this is creating topics and just your prompts. But now we're going to Discovery. So what's great about Discovery, these are also all topics, but created by educators across the planet. And these review like different subjects and grades, but let's give you a lay of the land. So the very top is these kind of big tile images you see, and they're by our partners. So this is the Langston League, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Minecraft, Made by Dyslexia, Wonderopolis. These are all exclusive partners that are creating content for you and your students around various different topic types. Then at the bottom, you'll see topic of the day is generated of a topic that was submitted by an educator by Scott Titmus of how do you show grit. And then also the wonder of the day. So we mentioned before, Wonderopolis is our exclusive partner. Every single day, there'll be a brand new topic because we do have, and we'll scroll the bottom, you'll see 24,000 plus topics just to kind of search through. Additionally, you'll see our partners kind of all listed across. Right below, you'll see the trending topics. So these are basically the kind of like the hot playlist, essentially, what teachers are kind of adding, and you can see what everyone is kind of bringing into their discussion board. And then below is just for me. So just for me, when you create an educator account, you basically filled out like what educator you are, what grades you teach, and we basically filtered those topics to be what would be just for you. And then every month we'll have August collection. So right now we know it's kind of like a back to school kind of theme, or just like into whatever discussion you are. So we wanted to bring in different topics that you can just populate right into your classroom. And then right below,
conversation starters in particular is a great place to find your very first Flipgrid topic. So this is all about getting the discussion going. And so aha moment, what's in your suitcase? What happens when you fail? Just like really good conversation starters to get students familiar with the Flipgrid platform. And that, I would say, is one of our key tips when you're getting started with Flipgrid is when you're first sharing with your students, start simple, start fun, let them play around and become familiar with the platform. And they can do so with the conversation starters topics. And so super fun, super simple. Here's like a fun guess who from our colleague Anne. There's a great one in here. What's in your bag from Jess? Share 5 items that define who you are, right now. Would you rather? Different cool things. Conversation is a great place to get started. But I'm going to click back into the whole Discovery Library. And George.
Yeah, let's go. So let's actually just pick so like I said before, now we have the 24,000 plus topics, and let's just pick a topic. So let's pick a subject, Adam, and let's, I don't know, what do you think?
So we want to sort, we can sort by, newest, we can sort by oldest, sort by subject, sort by audience, or just keywords. So let's go in, let's find a language learning topic for my high school scholars. And so you can see the filters adding in here. And then I say, you know what, actually, I want language learning, but for any age. And then I can find right here amazing topics from, as George mentioned, fellow educators, as well as our partner topics are also in this search query. And I can sort by title, I can sort by creator, I can sort by category, which they're all language learning in this case. I can sort by audience. So if I want to say, oh, this is language learning tailored to a professional community, tailored to parents and families, I can also sort by engagement. And what
engagement real quick, Adam?
Yeah. So engagement is all about the amount of time scholars around the world have spent recording and viewing videos in relation to that specific topic. So, I mean, we showed you earlier how I as a scholar can add a video and I can watch videos from my peers. Engagement is that metric, that amount of time. And so these are, the most enriching topics per se. So if I scroll through here, let's find, here's the other thing. You can sort by person. And so I want to go back to that what's in your bag topic. So I know my colleague Jess Boyce is an amazing educator, and I want to find topics by Jess Boyce. So I just type in her name. Here she is. What's in your bag? And then, oh my gosh, George, 1 year and 5 months. That's ludicrous. Okay.
And that's back videos. That's like just seconds of just a straight video. So if you were to watch all the videos that were created or sparked from that topic, it would take 1 year and 5 months for that to, that's how much engagement in video and voice has been shared just with that one topic.
So we want to add on to that. Once you've found a topic you want to use within the Flipgrid Discovery Library, all you need to do is click on the topic, and then you're going to click Add Topic. But let's quickly go over these other two buttons. Save. So let's say I love this topic. I'm not ready to use the topic right now. I can save it to my favorites, or I can add a new collection. So maybe I have, a personal collection. I have a collection for my math class, a collection for my science class. And this is a good way to save inspiring topics. But I just want to save to my favorites for now. I can also share the topic. So maybe I don't need to share what's in my bag, but I think George would love sharing what's in your bag with his scholars. So I can share this topic, copy and paste. I can post it to Facebook, post it on Twitter, and say, hey, I found this amazing topic. For everyone in my district, you should check out this awesome topic. Great way to start the conversation. But adding a topic is as simple as clicking on the topic and then clicking Add Topic. And so here I can add it to a group, and we'll get into what that is later. But I can also just share the topic in the same means that George and I walked through earlier. And so everything is customizable. Everything can be tailored to meet the needs of my learner, of my activities, anything. So change the recording time. Maybe Jess says 5 items, but I want to know 10 items, or maybe I want to know just 3 items. I don't know, but you can edit anything, and all those same features we walked through earlier. You can moderate the topic. You can change the access control here. Add attachments. Maybe I want to show you a link to 5 different bags. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, but once you're ready, you click Update Topic, and then just as we did before, click that Share button, and you can share the topic again in any means. QR code. You can embed the topic. You can share to Microsoft Teams, share to Google Classroom, share to Remind, anywhere.
Yeah, I love that because it gives you, again, when you add that topic, it gives you full autonomy of that topic. So you're not limited to what they, like, let's say Jess had created, but it gives you that foundation of, like, again, like having that fresh, new, enriching discussion prompt that you can have within your learning community. And let's actually go back at them and show, like, the collections. So we kind of brushed over this, and that's my apologies. But collections is essentially your folders that let's say you have a bunch of topics you come across. And so you have a My Favorites collection. So in this collection, you can go and browse different things in the library and then add it to this collection. So now you have it all in one spot. And so this is great, again, just to kind of organize all the things, like, maybe right now you don't need it, but for later you need it. So very great way to just compile those into different areas. And you can have unlimited collections and unlimited topics within these collections. So let's add another one. And let's say this is going to be for science class. And so now you can just, like, go through and browse, like, whether it be by a partner, but that has a great, like, science topic. So it's great there. Additionally, you can go in. So we're in one of the partner ones. So let's actually browse this out. So we're in the Metropolitan Museum of Art's partner page. So what's great about this is that now we're taken to the Met and all the topics that they've created, and kind of filtering out by what's most popular. You can also filter by the subject and audience type, as well as, like, if you want to get connected with whoever the Metropolitan Art is, you can see that little URL right below their social links. So this is a great way if you have an art class or know someone with an art class, you can go right into their partner page.
And once again, so from the Discovery tab, all you need to do is click on that partner tile. And then you'll get their links, their social links, link to their website, as well as all their enriching collections and topics. So, this awesome Decolonize series talks not only about, not only do they have a series of amazing topics, they've grouped them into collections for you. So Pop Culture PD, for example, here's 5 amazing topics all within the same collection. So a great series you can combine together, should you want to do so.
And remember, all of the topics are completely free. Just like everything else in Flipgrid, they're all free. So the Langston Lee topics, the Metropolitan Art topics, the Wonderopolis topics, these are all completely 100% free for you to use.
And let's look at all those free collections, or all the free partner content. So Breakout EDU, ADL, BBC Learning, Epic. What is this? Create a World Without Bullying.
Yeah, I believe that's National Bullying Prevention Center, or PACER. So they have some great topics, especially, again, teaching digital citizenship, let's say, in, like, kind of digital learning environment. But there are so many, and the news is there are so many still coming. We are so excited to kind of expand this partner program and bring in that free content for you to use. Especially let's talk made by Dyslexia. So if you're not familiar, it's a nonprofit that works with dyslexic students and like kind of bringing that knowledge known. And so there's a lot of really cool partners and celebrities that kind of talk on it that can kind of speak with it. You see like Keira Knightley, I believe Orlando Bloom. So we're really, really proud to be working with them and bringing that awareness to all learning communities.
All in the Discovery Library.
Additionally, we've talked about all these educators that shared their wonderful topics with other educators. If you yourself have a topic that you want to share to the Discovery Library, definitely do so.
Let's share how, George. So that topic we created, I'm going to go back to my discussion tab, click on that topic that we created, and I want to share this topic to the Discovery Library. What am I going to do?
So we're in the topic again as an educator. So we're going to click Actions into that dropdown. And you see the third thing down is Add to Discovery. So by clicking that, we're now submitting this topic to Discovery Library. So we can now, what we notice is when we clicked into that topic in Discovery, they have the different audience types and subjects. So let's say this is for a parent or family, and the subject is beyond the classroom. And then integration notes. I love this because this is only available to the educator basically adding the topic, but this is all the supplemental information that they might need to know to make that topic as successful as possible. And again, this is the integration notes or your supplemental information for the educator when they're adding it to it. So we're going to give a little credit to Mike Muhammad on this. And again, you see you have over 1,000 characters to kind of bring this in, and you can do the bolding, the italicize, you can add in links. Maybe you want to add in just like your social profile. Did they want to get connected with you? But like, again, you have full autonomy over this essential, how this is set up and how they're going to be sharing it or how just information they might need to know. And then towards the bottom, you'll see the topic essentials, which again is just the title, the prompt, and then your focus. One thing to note, none of the videos, so mine and Adam's videos that were attached to it will not be included in this topic when submitting to Disco Library. This will be only the topic essentials, the topic title, the topic prompt, the topic focus, and any attachments that you want with it. None of your student videos will be attached to it, only the prompt itself.
Totally. So what you're seeing is what you're submitting, and that's that little indicator up here. What you're submitting is the ability for fellow educators to take your enriching prompt and share with their communities. You will not be able to see any videos added to the topic once you've shared to the Discovery Library. Likewise, you're not sharing any videos to the Discovery Library except for your media should you decide to. But let's say I don't want to set up, I don't want my video to be the topic focus media for every person who uses this topic. I can delete the focus here, choose to add a different focus, or I could put in the integration notes, remember to add a video to introduce this lesson, right? And I could spell, as I told you, spelling is not my strong suit. Set up the lesson. So that's a great way. And I didn't delete the video from the topic that I have in my personal collection. This is purely for sharing the topic in the Discovery Library. And so just as George mentioned, maybe the links, like I don't want to include the blog, for example. I can simply delete that, and then that won't be shared. And once I'm ready, I click Add to Discovery, and I'll get up.
This gives you a prompt of that. The topic has been submitted. And what's great is our educator innovation leads, Jess, Anna, and Jornay, review every single topic that is submitted, just for make sure that they're going to be successful and they'll provide feedback. But the topic has been submitted, and it'll take essentially, I'd say, 5 to 7 business days, right, Adam, for them to approve it to be active. But it has been submitted, and it is in their queue to review.
Yeah, I mean, as George mentioned, so Jornay, Jess, and Ann, they are incredible, superhuman individuals. But reviewing Discovery Library topics is just part of the many amazing things they do. And so it does take a little bit of time after you've submitted for that topic to be approved or for you to receive feedback on improving your topic for approval. And so once you click back to Discovery, what's great is I think that topic will show up in topics I've added. Yeah, so here I can see that I've submitted the topic. And maybe I can even share the topic. Oh, no, you cannot. So you'll share this, and not until it's approved will people be able to access that topic. Oh, or maybe
Because that's why. Yeah. But let's go back to your topics. I love that. So let's say that Adam already has submitted some amazing topics in there, and let's click the rice one.
Another one I got from Twitter from Dr. Amber Spry. A brilliant, beautiful topic. But go ahead, George. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, it's great. So let's say you submit this to the Discovery Library, but you was like, oh, I want to add some additional information. He can scroll down and then click that pencil and edit this topic that he had submitted because he wanted to add some more different focus maybe or a different attachment that will be helpful for that educator going forward that adds it. So this is great. So once even once you add it to the Discovery Library, you can go back and edit certain things or update it to make sure it's up to date with the most enriching discussion and resources.
Totally. So once again, your topic will appear. Since I work on the Flipgrid team, my topic's been auto-approved. So I'm actually going to delete the topic because I don't want that to be in there. But your topic will be submitted. But let's say you have a really good topic that you want to share right now that, well, actually, I'm trying to think of how to do this. We'll take a step back, but we're going to show you in a little bit how to share topics with fellow educators without the Discovery Library. So if you want to share a topic immediately, what you would do is create a group, add an educator as a co-pilot on that group, and then they could duplicate that topic. But I know I just said a bunch of words.
But yeah, let's go through the process.
Sorry, George?
No, sorry. I think we're both talking at the same time. Let's go through that process. Yeah, I love that.
Totally. So let's talk about, we've created topics. We've showed you where to find topics. We've given you some tips on your first topics. Let's talk about what are groups and why would you create a group?
Yeah, so like right now in the discussion tab, and you'll see that topics is the left tab and groups is the second. And so what a group is just a better way to organize the topics that you've created. So if you go back to topics, you'll see Adam has quite a few topics. He has 654 topics, which is a lot to just kind of like look over in just one thing. So what groups does is that it organizes those topics into different folders or categorizations. So let's actually create a group, Adam.
Totally. So we will create a group. And for those of you who are familiar with Flipgrid, from before August 5th, groups are the new word for grids. So these were formerly called grids, but now they are called groups. And so all of your grids have been converted into groups. So you didn't lose anything. The name changed. But once you want to create a new group, you go over to the groups tab, click create a group. So what's an example of a group, George?
Let's say that, so we have a bunch of like science topics. So let's say this is 6th grade science is going to be our group name because I teach a number of subjects.
Let's call it 6th period science because—
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you have different periods. Yes.
So this is a great way, as George mentioned, the group, you're going to group together topics, but also the group is where a given class will go to access all of the topics. So 6th period science class, or if you teach, multiple science periods, but you want them all in one group. So that way, whether they're in your 3rd period or your 5th period, they can share videos with one another. You could create a single group for all of your science classes. But in this instance, we're only going to do 6th period science, and we will customize the join code. And what is this, George?
Yes, I love this. So this is a way that you can cut. So you have all your topics within the 6th period science. You can create a custom code. So this is great, especially when it looks like that one's not available. So you have like, let's say Adam's last name. So like Parker, 6th period. Yeah. Sci. And so this is the code that they can go in to when they go to flipgrid.com or the mobile app, and they would type this in and then it would be launched right into that group of topics. So they can go through and each topic that's within that group will be available and seen by them. So additionally, we'll have the student email. Let's do that one. Same as the topic access point that we had prior that we'd covered. So we'll click student email and we'll click next.
As George mentioned, this is going to be how students access the group. So they do not need to create a Flipgrid account. You're creating a group. They will access using their Microsoft or Google School email. Likewise, you could set up a username if you do not have a Microsoft or Google School email, but we do. So we will click school email, and then we are going to enter that right here. So
different email addresses. And again, you can go back and add more if needed, but we know exactly who's going to be accessing it. So we're going to type those in. And then again, you'll see that guest password, but we're going to click next. And now we can actually select the topics that we would like to be added to this group. So let's just add a few that we already created. So that what's in your bag one, we can collect the share about yourself. That that one, and then let's say the what if dinosaurs? Those are great. And then we'll say duplicate topics. And then now let's go to the group. So now this again, sorry, before we go, again, you can copy this link, and then you again have those different share options to share this group wherever. It would be a QR code, an embed link, Teams, Google Classroom, or Remind. Similar how we showed before, how you can share the topic, you can share those groups in the same environments before.
And you can share this group anywhere at all. You can paste a web link. You can share your group simply by copying and pasting this link. So if you have, you're going through a Pear Deck activity, and at the end you want them to access your group, you can copy and paste the link there. If you connect with your students on Schoology, you can copy and paste the link there. If you're on Blackboard, you can copy and paste the link there. Anywhere you connect with your students, you can use this URL, this unique Flipgrid URL, to have them access your Flipgrid discussion. So we'll go to group, and true to what George mentioned, we've organized our 3 topics into this group. And so now what students can do is go to that group code and access all of the topics within our group.
Yeah, so let's actually go to flipgrid.com, Adam, and then type in that code that you created. So we're going to go to flipgrid.com. Our code, if you remember, was 6 science. Let's click enter. He's going to authenticate in with the domain that we added. And now what's great, we're now in that group setting for the student side of all the different topics. So you'll see we're right now in the what's in your bag, but if we click view 3 topics on that drop-down arrow, you'll see all the other topics that are also available. So they can toggle back and forth within this group. So if you have one, again, like you want them to do all 3 topics and they can just go down one by one each topic to record their response, you can do that. So it's all housed in one spot. So again, this is a great way with groups to just collectively put all your topics in one spot, as opposed to sharing the standalone topic as one single one. So this is a great way to organize all the topics if you have a bunch of them within a group.
And what you may notice is that we've duplicated the topics. So similar to when you share a topic in the Discovery Library, when you add a topic to a group, or when you create a new group and you're adding multiple topics, you're just taking that topic, the topic template, essentially, the essentials, the prompt, the links. You're not sharing the videos. But if you already have an existing topic and you want that existing topic to be merged into a group, you can do that. And George, let's show them how.
Yeah, so let's go back to the educator dashboard and we'll go to discussion. We'll click that. And let's click topics again. And let's say we want to move the share about yourself into it. So we're going to add that to a group. So we can add it there. So we're going to find the topic we just the group we just created, 6 science, add it, and now we're going to close. And if we go to that group now, you'll see that it has, so we're going to refresh, go to that drop down, click into share yourself, and then give it a refresh actually.
What's going on? We might have just found a bug.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go back to the educator dashboard. So let's say we want to move this topic somewhere. So if we were to click that and then go to actions, and then move topic, and then move it to the 6 science. So that move, and then let's go back to that group.
Okay, so now we're going to access as a student.
And then we'll go back into, we might need to refresh.
No way, George. Hey, everyone. This is what you call finding a bug in Flipgrid. And so what we will do is share this with our engineering team, and we will get this fixed. I don't know what's happening, but sometimes this happens. This is a relatively new update, so I trust they will fix this soon. But we'll show you at the end of this video how to report bugs if something like this is not working. But let's move on, shall we, George?
Yeah, so let's say, so actually while we're here, so me and Adam have been working together on this topic, or I want to bring in someone else. So let's ask how we can bring in a co-administrator to this grid, or basically a partner in crime, and that is co-pilots.
And to this group. So we are adding a collaborator to our group to help us co-manage the grid, co-teacher. Maybe it's a para-educator, maybe a student teacher. We're adding a co-pilot to our group.
Yep. So this again is the group level, and then you'll see a little plane with add Copilot. So Adam's going to add in my email address. So Georgia Flipgrid, invite. So now I'll get a thing, and Adam, if you want to talk through what I have, I'll accept your invite.
Lovely. And you might have just heard George receive that email. So what George can do on this group is everything I can do as the owner of the group, except he cannot delete the group. So what's so nice is, let's say that, he wants to add a new topic for us. He wants to create a unique, maybe George is going to do the earth science unit and I'm going to do the magnetism unit. So maybe George wants to start building out his topics for that. And I, want to run in parallel all about magnets. We can both add topics and we can both access and review videos. So if George wants to go in, oh, you know what, George? Those videos didn't show up. They were just hidden. My bad, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. We'll run through that real quick again then. But yes.
Okay. Really, all right. So hold on. Let's share this again. So let's go back to everyone. We're in discussion. You want to add a topic to a group. You're going to click add to group. You'll select that group. You'll click add, close, and then on the student side, you'll see it's now been put into the group. So when we access Flipgrid, 6th period science, you will see the topic has been added. Likewise, you can see our other topics, including the videos, which will be right there for you. And so you can easily centralize the conversation and make viewing topics across groups quite simple. Back to co-pilots. Within a group, if you want to add a co-teacher, all you do is you'll click this manager co-pilots, or if you don't have a co-pilot yet, you'll click add co-pilot. This can be a student teacher, a para-educator, a co-teacher. Maybe across the department, you all want to, collaborate on the same grid together. Here you can add another Flipgrid educator's email. They'll get a notification, and then once, looks like George has accepted my invite, and that's why I could remove him. But now George can go in and add topics, review videos with the moderation feature. He can do everything I can do, except for delete the group. Yes. Not the grid, delete the group.
So that's great because you can bring in even more co-pilots into this group. So if you want to have a lot of people co-administrating because you have a lot of student responses, you can bring as many as you would like. So it's great to just really kind of, let's say you have a school group that has a bunch of topics in it. You can have all the different educators be a co-pilot on this. And again, they'll have full autonomy to edit topics, approve videos, remove videos, hide videos, everything except delete this group.
Totally. And so this is another instance where we mentioned if you want to share topics across your department or across your district without using the Discovery Library, what you can do is set up a group, add all the topics that everyone can use, and then what your fellow educators can do is duplicate the topic into their groups or into standalone topics. So what that would look like is actions, duplicate topic, and then you can either move into a group or just move into a group. So I don't know where exactly to move this, but we'll move it into the bus tour. And what we're telling us here is that videos are not duplicated. We're just duplicating that topic. And I can duplicate to multiple groups. So if I have 5 periods, I can move to all 5 periods, right? Something like that. Let me not add it to the Minecraft one just to not confuse them. But for example, duplicate, and then the topic will be added into that group. And again, we're just sharing the topic and not all of the content. And here I'm seeing that the topic now exists in our Flipgrid bus tour group, as well as my 6th period science group.
Yep. And this is a great way, again, to have that kind of cohesive group or a learning community where you're at to be able to share those topics within it without doing it through the Discovery Library as well. So this is great just within your district, your school, your co-teachers, wherever it is. This is a great way just to share those topics and make it accessible to everyone.
Totally.
Cool. Let's discuss in a school session, let's say you're approaching fall, and here I know we do a lot of parent-teacher conferences, and we want to create essentially a collection of videos of a particular student for parent teachers or for a set of guardians, let's say. So let's actually go into that share about yourself topic right within here. And we have those 6 responses. And then let's, so we have Adam's videos. We all want to, so Adam has like 4 great videos within it, and we want to make that into a mixtape. So actually so you can checkbox all 4 of these videos. And so these are all Adam's videos, and we click actions. And then we're going to add it to a mixtape. So again, we want to create essentially a folder of all just Adam's videos to be able to share as a view only for these parents or guardians, whoever it is. So we're going to click add to mixtape. So Adam already has a bunch of mixtape. Let's create a mixtape. And again, let's make it Adam, and then they'll make a plus Adam shares. And then the description of this is Adam sharing his voice.
I'm taking an idea from Louis Olivier, amazing educator in Rhode Island, who shares language proficiency learning over the course of the year with individual student videos. And so beautiful, brilliant idea. So pretend like those are videos from across the year. So then I can, just like we can do with the topic, edit the join or group, we can edit the join code, we can add a password, click create. 4 topics or 4 responses have been added to my mixtape. We can look at all my mixtapes, or I can go to that specific mixtape.
So again, this is so the mixtape is, you'll see that tab we're now jumped over. If you look at the top, discussion, discovery, and then mixtapes right over activity. And so basically this is all of Adam's videos that you can add. So you continuously add videos to this mixtape or collection over this course of the year, because we're showing Adam's progress. But let's look at what it would look like for when you share it to Adam's parents or guardians. So we're going to click share. And we're just going to copy that link and then throw it into the URL. And so now these are all Adam's videos kind of in a flush formation for them just to view and watch these videos. So let's imagine these are all from the same day, but this could be from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Just kind of show that progress that Adam has made. So if I were to click into one of the videos, it'll kind of show up in this almost like jukebox format. And then we can toggle to the next to the next one and the next one. And this is a great way to bring in those families into the community, into this kind of best of the best mixtapes.
Fabulous. And likewise, this is the student view of the mixtape. So we can see all the videos, we can see who's starring, we can see who created the mixtape, we can follow the mixtape. So maybe we have a student sharing videos from across the year, and I, as the educator, will continue adding new videos. And the family members want to be able to know when I add new videos. They can follow the mixtape here. They can play all the videos, right? Different cool things you can do with the mixtape, including sharing the mixtape anywhere and embedding the mixtape. So an awesome idea is, staff introductions, having everyone in your department or your school or your district introduce themselves, and then creating a mixtape and sharing with the students. And you could embed that mixtape on your school's website. So George, how do you do that?
That's great. So let's go back to the educator dashboard. And again, we're going to click, we're in this mixtape. And so again, we're going to click that share. And then we're going to, remember if you look at the bottom, there's that little kind of greater than, less than the embed code. So we're going to click that.
And let me, I don't have a place to paste it. But you know what I could do? No, I don't. I'll show you. Hold on. So we'll trust that embed code is copied, and you can paste it wherever you can edit HTML, and it will work quite well that way.
Yeah, and like Adam said, this could be a district site, a teacher web page. If you're familiar with making your own web pages, this is the ability of the embed code to basically just copy it into there, and it'll play right in line within that web page.
Totally cool. All right, so that's mixtapes. George, let's keep navigating across the top. We have discussion, discovery, activity. Activity will jump in really fast. These are badges and telling you about your achievements. An awesome feature in the activity tab is you can look at recent videos. So I can quickly review across all of my topics and groups, new videos that have been added to my account as an educator. So I can see that I have done a fair amount of additional videos myself to my own thing or to my own Flipgrid account across topics. So here's share about yourself, share about yourself. I guess this was all the same topic, but quickly review videos. And it looks like this one must have a comment attached.
Hey, thank you.
Or no, it was a reply.
So that was a video comment that Adam had made. So it shows all the videos that were made, whether it be a response or a video comment to another video. It just shows all that activity right in one spot.
Cool. And also in here, you'll notice you can earn your Flipgrid certified level 1 badge. And if you've watched this entire video or watched any of our getting started videos, you're essentially Flipgrid certified level 1. That's about, it's basically just understanding the foundations of Flipgrid. And so, here you can learn the best practices, which is to become Flipgrid certified and check out, all these amazing responses, but also learn the requirements to become Flipgrid certified. And that, again, is from right inside your activity tab, going to the Flipgrid certified badge. You can also click on achievements to see what other badges are available. So I'm level 1. I could earn level 2, level 3. There's the community builder, the amount of groups I've created, total videos, all these cool badges inside activity.
And if you wanted to share those badges, like if you were to click into achievements again, Adam, you can share it out to Twitter or Facebook and let the communities know that you've earned your badge. So you can either download it, share it, post it, wherever you would like to share, but it's available to you.
Wonderful. We've talked about discussion. We've talked about discovery. We've talked about activity. We've talked about mixtapes. George, what's shorts?
Oh, I love this. So shorts is the full camera experience that we just went through and being able to create those videos and then share it anywhere. But then have this basically a library of your own shorts collections or video collections to be able to do it. So again, let's say you're prepping for a new school year and you want to create all your lessons at once. This is the full standalone camera experience right within shorts. So there's no need for a topic prompt or a topic stimulus or any of those kind of additional features to it. It is just the camera. So Adam can create, let's say, what do you want to talk about?
Let me, I like your idea of this will be like an introductory. So, and this is just recognizing I don't actually have a second camera. So shorts, as George mentioned, a standalone video experience for you to use the powerful Flipgrid camera, create short videos that you can share anywhere. And so I love what George is saying, this idea of introduction at the beginning of the school year. So maybe I want to embed this on my blog or I want to tweet this video out, but I want to use all the cool Flipgrid camera features. I don't really need to set up a topic in order to do that. I just want to create one video. So shorts is the answer. What I can do is use all these cool things, set up my quick video, quick short, and I'm going to get ready to draw, but I'm not going to draw until I start recording. Hey everyone, my name is Adam Parker Goldberg, and I am so excited to work with you this year. Here's some doodling I like to do. I like doodling. I don't know what your shorts video would be, but something along those lines. And just like the Flipgrid camera, you can screen record, you can upload a clip, you can mirror the video. So a great way to, let's say you're coming up with a lesson and you don't need your students to record a Flipgrid video, but you want to give them an overview via video. Shorts is the perfect solution for that. You can screen record, you can record videos, you can piece together multiple clips, create this whole standalone Flipgrid experience, including the trimming and the rearranging and the adding more. Something else to add, George?
No, this is great. So this again, so he's created this whole essential video for it. And so again, it's creating this video and then sharing it out or just having it within this library thing. So when he completes his video and clicks next, he'll have it right within this. So now he can access it at any point he would like. So it has all the shorts in one spot. But once he clicks into it, you'll see that he has a copy join link as well. He has a QR code to it. He can download this. Well, I'll come back to that actually in a sec. He has an embed, share it to Teams, share to Google Classroom, and share to Remind. But let's say, Adam, we want to make this into a topic focus, and we want to share this in a topic. So we're actually going to click download this video. And so now it's onto his main device. He's going to save it. So we're going to close out, and we're going to go back because he's had this ready in his My Shorts tab. We're going to go to discussions, and then we're going to add a topic. And then we'll give it a generic title here, introductions. Tell us about yourself. Recording time looks great. Let's add the captions on here. We'll do English. And then we'll go back. So now we have the options record a video or upload a video. And since we have that video downloaded, we click that. And then right there is the shorts that we created before. We'll click open. And then let's just click next. And then next, complete. And then now when we create that topic focus that we created in shorts is now right there. So again, this is a great way to kind of prep your school year by creating all these shorts in that shorts tab and then downloading and uploading topic focus or creating just that video. Like let's say Adam wanted to share that video with me. He can download it and then email it to me if he would like, or copy the link and send it to me. And actually, let's just show what that looks like. So click that video again, Adam, and let's just copy that URL. And then, so let's say he sent that to me, or he added to like a tweet or something like that. And then in the new tab, if you were to create like just another browser and then paste that in there, that will get me directly to that link and only that video. So basically, you want to share that video, it creates that whole camera experience with all the camera features and filters and borders is now on there. So now if he clicks on it, or if I were to click on it, it will play right there.
Hey everyone, my name is Adam.
So this is a great way to have that standalone camera experience and use it for other things rather than just a discussion or a standalone topic. It really is to create these videos and to share it wherever you would like to share.
All right, I'm going to delete that.
No,
but that's short. And you may have seen my Twitter handle is Adam Short Shorts. They're actually unrelated, but I like to think they're quite related.
And if you want to learn more about shorts, you'll see right here in that shorts tab, it says a little link, learn more about shorts. And there's some great ideas by educators across the planet really that have done shorts. And if you go down, you'll see the different ideas that I have where we screen recording. So using that screen recording functionality to create instructional videos or to create directions and lesson overviews and then send messages to personal families. And you know what, Adam, this might be a great time to just share really quickly about Flipgrid AR, because I was just thinking about you're creating all these instructions and lessons with these videos and what the power of that QR code is now.
Yeah, so to start, George, do you want to explain Flipgrid AR is Flipgrid augmented reality. So George, what does that mean? What is AR?
I love that. So like we've seen all those QR codes that we keep on showing you in the shareability. So we can share QR codes for individual videos and it'll play that video within the Flipgrid mobile app in augmented reality. So basically if I have my Flipgrid app, I go into, I tap the app icon and then click QR scanner and I were to scan that video, it would essentially pop that video right within that environment and be able to watch and play and pause as if it were right there, but right within the QR. So yeah, Adam's showing it right now. We're in the Flipgrid mobile app. He can click scan Flipgrid QR code. And then you'll see this little kind of highlighted option. And basically that shows you where you want to put in that QR code. So I'm not sure how we're going to show it exactly on here.
We're not going to show it exactly, but we can show how what to do.
Yes, exactly. So now let's say you have the video. So let's go to, we're actually right here in Adam's video, and we're going to go to actions.
Oh, or just share.
Or share. Yeah, you can do either one. But let's say, oh, sorry, I'm thinking up top where it says print QR code. So let's say we want to share all these videos on here, and right within the top of the topic, actually right next to export data, Adam, you see print QR codes. So right here, if you're watching this right now and you wanted to take out the Flipgrid mobile app and scan this QR code, you'll see that video pop into augmented reality just to watch right there. So this is a great way for, again, if you had those shorts videos or had that QR code for instructions, or you wanted to paste it at parent-teacher night and attach it to that, that macaroni art that your third grade students made, it can kind of give that additional video experience to it in augmented reality.
George, though, if you want to do a Flipgrid AR video on a single video, what do you do?
Yes, so on a single video, you're going to go to share on that video, and then you'll see a number of options, and you'll see that very left one is share QR code. So we'll click that, and this QR code will have the ability of you to scan it, and then that video access to view right within that. So you can scan it here, you can download it, and then print it out as attached to a student. So that's that easy. So any video that you already have automatically has a QR code generated for you to be able to share out with parents or at a school function, wherever you would like that.
And the thing I want to point out here is that to access Flipgrid AR, you will need to scan with the Flipgrid app on either iOS or Android. The QR code, though, is a real QR code that will work with any QR reader. So, for example, on your iPhone, if you have the camera pulled up, you'll be able to scan and view the video on the web, but to experience the video in augmented reality, meaning sticking that student video in the physical space via your phone, you will need to scan with the Flipgrid app. What else, George? So many things. Let's cover, George, your namesake, Grid Pals.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we kind of covered discussion, discovery, activity, mixtapes, shorts, and now let's get to Grid Pals. The way I like Adam was mentioning, my Twitter handle is GridPalGeorge. But what Grid Pals is being able to connect with other educators using Flipgrid across the world. So if you see a little tab that bold is 29,000 Grid Pals that are already activated and looking to connect with other educators. And so what I like, the way that I would describe Grid Pals is like kind of like pen pals on steroids. It gives you the ability to kind of bring in class collaboration with different classes, whether it be in the same state or city or maybe different countries. And this is great because you'll see all the blips kind of come in because there's so many of them that you want to click in. So if Adam, you want to click on just any of these educators or blips, let's say in Europe, let's just click on one of those pluses. And when you click that, you'll see that educator's name, the grades they teach, the subjects, how you can get connected with them, or send an evite. So this basically would send them an email invite. And once you send that email invitation, they would first accept it and want to connect with you. And then you guys can start connecting via email. But this is a great way to just add in, maybe a cultural experience or traditions, just be able to bring in those classrooms together. So let's say I'm a 6th grade teacher and I teach, let's say elementary, and then click subjects. Yeah, let's give it a quick refresh. Yeah, so let's do, middle school. And then I teach, let's see what we have here. Computer science. So you'll see the educators already filtered for you. So there's 290 GridPal connections that you can connect with about, middle school computer science. And so we want to connect with someone in France, let's say, or Morocco or Italy, it looks like. It's really cool to kind of bridge those classroom communities with each other. So we're going to click on that. We can connect with Manal Sabri. We see all the different social handles he has on there. And then we can just get connected. And this is a great way to bring in your classroom and their classroom together. And so what it does is that this is essentially the digital handshake that you have with that Grid Pal, which then you can go and add them as a Flipgrid co-pilot on a topic or a group. So that's, again, like we just explained earlier, to co-administrate those discussions together. And if you want to learn more, again, there's additional information if you click learn more about Grid Pals, and just like proper etiquette, how you can get them started, ideas of discussions you can bring in with it. But again, that's all within the Grid Pals tab right there.
Lovely. Oh my gosh, George, we've covered so many things. I think let's just answer a few more questions. I want to go back into the topic and share a bit more about some additional topic features and sharing the topic in some additional places.
Yes.
As well as some different powers with the topic. So I'm going to my discussion tab. I'm going to go into that topic we've been in. And so there's a couple more options here. So there's that print QR codes, which George shared is the way to access augmented reality Flipgrid AR codes with all of the videos. We can also export data. And what this enables us to do is share the student's name, the transcript to their video, as well as any feedback. So if I want to export my, my rubric with all the grades that I put in, I can click on that export data button right there. Also from this tab, there's some different actions with each individual video. So we've been kind of talking around these. We can hide it, we can add to a mixtape, we can move the video. So for example, maybe if someone recorded in the wrong spot, or if they record in the right spot, but I want to use that video somewhere else, I can move the video here. I can also duplicate the response into another topic. I, as the educator, can download the video, I can download the selfie, or I can delete the response. And once again, this is permanently deleting that video. If I want the video to simply be hidden, all I need to do is change the status from active to hidden. Likewise, George, let's talk about if I'm a student and I want to download my video, what do I need to do?
Yeah, this is great. So if you're using email addresses to auth in, you can go to something called my.flipgrid.com. And so what my.flipgrid.com is that they would go in, essentially log in with their email addresses they're going in with, and then they can, you'll see right here. So they have a single sign-on. They'll log in with that Google or Microsoft account. So Adam has already been auth in, so he click on Microsoft as a student, click that option, and then as a student, any video that any grid, or group or topic that I've auth into with that email address, it'll show all those videos I submitted with. So those across 459 videos that Adam has submitted and added, and you can sort those by just the topic or the group that has been in. But now you have full access to it. So that 6th period science video that Adam has, he can go in and he can download his own video if he would like, or just a selfie, or let's say he wants to hide the video, he can do that as well, or delete the video. So him as a student has full control of the videos that they have submitted to the different topics and groups right within it. Additionally, you can view feedback. So let's say that Adam had left some feedback before. You can go to my.flipgrid and view all those feedback that they have right now. Additionally, the video feedback they have as well. This is a great way just to have full access as a student or just as a user of all the videos you submitted under that email address.
My.flipgrid.com. Fabulous.
Let's also show Adam, this is more of a higher level, back in the educator dashboard of your profile.
Oh yeah, so how do I get there?
So right now, we're in the educator dashboard, and we're going to the top right, you'll see Adam's little profile icon. And you click on that, and then let's just click profile for right now. We'll get into the other things before. So essentially, like before, when you sign up for Flipgrid for the very first time, you have the options, change, adding your grades, your subjects, whatever you teach. You can go back and edit all that. So you can edit your name, the organization type, the time zone you like, the state you're in, your current email password. So again, this actually is great. If you want to change your email address that you have right now, this is where you would go to change that email address. So first you add that password in, and then Adam wants to change it to maybe a different email account that he has associated with it. As well, you can change your password right here by putting the current password, the new password, and then confirming that. So that's great. And then up at the top, you'll see, so this is account settings. Then social, you saw before when we were in GridPals, a different kind of the bio they had. And so this is where you can create that bio. Is like what you teach to the community, what you want them to let you know about, your location that you have. And then right below is the social connection. So this is whether or not you're on Snapchat or Twitter or Facebook, Voxer, YouTube, LinkedIn, you name it. You can add in those social connections right there. And as well as like your the sign up form. So this is a great way to share out just via Flipgrid if there someone that wants to sign up. And then default topic. So this is great if you are making a bunch of topics. I love this. And this can be done also in the topic creation step, is that you always want your recording time, let's say, to be 45 seconds. And you always want your topics to have closed captions on. And you want them all always to be moderated. This kind of goes through those, again, default settings of a topic so that when you create new topics, they already have this selected. So you don't have to go in every single time and select the different, feedback types or the length of the videos, maybe the video styles. You don't want all of them on. You can go and update default settings.
And let's also cover how you can do that on the fly. So when you're creating your first topic, if you want to set your default topic settings, what does that look like?
Absolutely. So this is one of two ways you can do that. So if you go back into discussion and we're creating a topic, and we'll go again, just, some quick titles on here. We have some settings that are on. We have video moderation. Let's turn that off. Let's say we always want the videos for the most part to be unmoderated. And then we'll scroll down. And then you see this little checkbox right here. It says save changes to my default settings. If you checkbox that and then create the topic, this will be your default settings going forward. So let's say you create multiple topics and you have different, different line items that change on it. That's how you can change it on the fly. So I always have the option to check mark or checkbox, depending on the topic you're creating going forward of those default settings. So again, this is one of two ways, both within creating a topic, and then also you can change and alter those default settings within your profile. And you'll see that default topic. Wonderful. And let's actually go through. So you clicked your icon again, Adam. There's a thing on the bottom I know people are always curious about is the integrations that Flipgrid is into. And so right here is the Canvas integration. So if you use Canvas as your LMS, this is you want to add an integration. So part of this will be needed to do involved with your Canvas account. And so this view guide is a great way just to get started. So to see everything you need to know step by step of how to add that to your Canvas learning environment is right within there. And you'll see that the add new integration, we'll get a code from your Canvas account And again, there's a lot of steps involved, but it's very detailed within that guide to get that set up.
Likewise, George. So another question is the Teams integration. So how to share to Teams. And so that's as simple as, and my Teams is Teams for work, not Teams for education. So I think this will look a little bit different. But when you click share to Teams, you'll be prompted to choose a channel. And I don't even know what this is going to do since I don't have Teams for EDU. Oh yeah, so I can share to a person, share to a group, or share to a channel. So this could be sharing to my, science class or whatever, or share to Flipgrid ideas, I guess. I don't know. So different things like that. And you could share that topic right into Microsoft Teams. And we also have a way where you can add Flipgrid within your Teams for EDU account. You can add a Flipgrid tab so that within Teams, students can easily access the Flipgrid discussion by adding a group or topic right inside of Teams. What's another one, George? Oh, this is going to stray a bit, but do we want to talk about how you can add? One of our fellow integrations is with Wakelet, and so.
Oh yeah, that'd be a great one. Yeah, so if you're familiar, Wakelet is a way that you can curate different items, whether it be tweets or blog posts, just anything you want, and curate into one collection. So it's a great way just to curate and share is like kind of their tagline. So we actually work with the Wakelet team quite frequently. They're based out of the UK in Manchester. But what we could show is that the Flipgrid camera is embedded into Wakelet. And so what that means is, as an educator, when you create a new collection, and you'll see the different options up there, and you'll see the plus. So yeah, we'll just give this a title real quick. And they have the great functionality, adding a cover image, writing description, a chat, and the different ways that you'll see that plus is that you can add in different items that you want across, whether it be URLs, photos, videos. So you'll see different ones, tweets, bookmarks, but you'll see the actual Flipgrid right there, Flipgrid video. And so that video that we had just kind of covered before in shorts and topics is now fully embedded into Wakelet. So right here, Adam can create a video with all the different camera features on it and add the different filters and the styles. And then when he records that video, it'll be in line within Flipgrid. Sorry, within Wakelet.
Within Wakelet. And George, I think what's so funny is I don't start every video like this. But when we're demoing, I do. So you're recording your video. This is, again, for educators to add videos into Wakelet collections.
It'll be in line with it.
I was like, I thought that was you talking again. And it was you in the past. Oh, no, let me redo that. And so just as George promised, our shorts video will then appear right here in line with the Wakelet collection. And so, maybe I'm setting up the activity and I have students going to a National Geographic article, and then I have them, filling out a form or reading something or checking out 3 tweets. And then I want to just scaffold this lesson by playing a video for them. If I make this public and done, and I share this, and Wakelet has all these share options, then when my scholars access my Wakelet collection, they can watch my video that I just created right here. And it's just taking a second to load because I think I have so many tabs going on. But here they can just play my video.
So that's that deep integration that we have with Wakelet. That shorts camera, essentially, that standalone camera experience is now fully embedded within Wakelet. So that's how you use that, which I love. I'm glad we brought that up, Adam, just to show like how you can basically share anywhere, and then App Smash again, creating and sharing wherever it is.
Totally. What else, George? What have we not covered?
I think let's show the resources that are available. I know we covered quite a bit today, creating topics and discovery topics, grid pals, mixtapes. But we want to share just a bunch of resources, just tips, whether it be for shy learners or younger learners or creating your first topic. We know it can be like, there's so many different ways to do it, but let's run through it. So actually, let's go to flipgrid.com. And Adam had mentioned this in the very beginning, and we know that there's different environments in which you're in. But again, we're at flipgrid.com right now, and you see that top which says check out our remote learning guide. So if we click on that, this gives you all kind of the breakdown of easily digestible of how to get started with it, whether it be from the educator videos, student videos, as well as our different webinars, our help list. So these are a great list of resources of just how to get started here. But again, this is again on that flipgrid.com page and then remote learning. But let's actually look at Help Center. Sorry, that's where I was looking for. So again, on flipgrid.com, the Help Center right here gives you easy access if you have questions about getting started, technical issues, integrations like you mentioned before for students. But it shows all the different kind of questions I most frequently asked. But again, you can email our support team and experience team that has all these different abilities to help you out and get you started within Flipgrid. And here is, so this will be the kind of contact us page. You'll give a description of what your name is, your issue, your practice with it. But let's also share, I believe, Adam, I'm trying to think where the easiest way to go to. I think if we scroll down, underneath we have those different getting started webinars, getting started guide. That's what I was thinking of. So we click that. And this is, again, the getting started. We'll have different supplemental videos for a student or an educator, as well as our different webinars that we do, a step-by-step guide of how you create those topics, access, and share. And then additionally, let's see, great Flipgrid resources. Let's click on that one. And this is an additional, more of a expanded ways of different ways that you can get started with Flipgrid, whether it be from learning from home, those getting started guides, and then below professional development. So these are the webinars that keep on glossing over that Jess and Journée, the educator innovation leads on our team, that lead 30-minute PDs of everything you need to know with Flipgrid and getting started. That Help Center, a direct link, and then integration docs, which actually we should click into. This is great for getting set up for whatever age or subject you teach. So if you scroll down, you'll see the different ways that, if you're a high school teacher teaching social studies or a science teacher teaching, third graders, we have all those things. And if you click into any one of those, it shows basically what Flipgrid is, how to get started, and then those discovery topics that we covered before, those basically how to get launch right into it. So it'll show this is great for, an educator teaching middle school science. And then also, we know for a lot of learners, they're a little bit camera shy. So I'm going to show you the direct link to it, which is blog.flipgrid.com/camera shy. I like sharing this one, especially if you have students that are getting familiar with Flipgrid or just are camera shy in general and don't use Instagram or Snapchat a lot. These are great tips curated by the savvy educator, Journée Armand, how you can kind of ease them into the Flipgrid recorder and Flipgrid experience, because we want all students and all learners to be confident in sharing their voice. And these are some great ideas and tips for that.
Totally. And actually, so George, on that point, I mean, since we're here and looking at the Flipgrid, do you want to share, I'm thinking, why don't we go through camera shy tips, but let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. That'd be a great idea.
Okay, so here I am. I'm accessing Flipgrid as a student. I've entered the code from my educator. And so as George mentioned, for scholars who are a little more camera shy, maybe don't want to share their face, when they go to record a response, there are so many options in here. So first and foremost, you can always do this to cover the screen, but there are better ways to do so. So you can use the fun filters like brick mode or this pixel mode to hide my face that way. But maybe I don't even want to share that. So what I could do instead is activate, as George showed earlier, the boards. And now here's a really cool way, or maybe I just do a rainbow board. I can essentially podcast, right? Because I could record right now. I'm not showing my face. I can just talk and share simply spoken word. Let's say I don't want to talk. I don't want to record my face. Another thing I could do is I could just write text.
And so he could just do that. So the different options of, not sharing your voice, or sorry, not sharing a visual of it, being able just to live text or live ink, or just to podcast and just have your voice basically narrate the scene of wanting it, because they know that it takes a little time and then getting them comfortable in it, and this provides that option. Additionally, let's say Adam still wants to be on camera in a way, but not to show his face. He can actually go back. If you were to get rid of the board, we can use stickers, and this is a great way. So we'll turn that off real quick, and we'll switch off the brick mode. So here's right now, but Adam still wants to kind of be on camera, but not really. So you can add an emoji sticker. So you can click on that, and then this will be in line with the actual recorder too when he starts that recording. It'll be live, so we'll pick a sticker here.
Because I was born in 95, year of the boar.
So now Adam has that sticker on his face, and he can record and talk, and he's not there. So it has that element, of like kind of like secrecy with it, or just like a little camera shy. And then let's say he wants to reveal himself, you can too. But that's great just to be able to kind of provide that kind of like safety or privacy for that student as well.
And likewise, as we mentioned a couple times, you could also upload a video. So if I created a video with, Adobe Spark, for example, maybe I created this beautiful presentation and I want to share my work that way. I can go into options, not record, options, and then upload clip. And here's where I can upload any video I want. And so this is the video from earlier. And what's cool here,
because they know that it takes a little time.
And so what we're seeing is that video is uploaded right here, right? Hey everyone. And if I wanted to, record a little bit and then upload a clip and then record a little bit more after, here's what I can do here. And then we have that fun recording experience that we showed earlier.
Because they know that it takes.
But so many options if you're a little bit camera shy or if you want to express yourself, creativity. We talk about all the time, voice and choice with Flipgrid. And I think what's really important to understand is that voice is more than spoken word. And so there are multiple ways to express your thoughts, your ideas, your creativity, your background, your experiences. And so what we've tried to do, and driven by your feedback, so thank you so much, is create a creative, fun, accessible, and inclusive experience with this Flipgrid camera that allows scholars to share anything with all these cool creative features. George?
I love that. I mean, like, it is like totally up to how you manage your classroom and like what's most comfortable for your students, and just giving those different elements ability and control. And that's really what we want to do with Flipgrid, is to create that environment to make all voices heard and bring every student in the back of the classroom to the front of the classroom. And that's truly the mission of Flipgrid, is to empower every single voice, like Adam was saying.
Totally. All right. Let's
should we round this off with just how they can get connected and ask questions and look for new ideas? I think that'd be a great way to kind of wrap.
Yeah. So if we missed anything, hey, there's George.
Here I am.
I love that. If we missed anything, if you have any additional questions, or if you have ideas, we're constantly listening for echoes. We talk about all the time. We hear all these wonderful ideas, and what you all help us build Flipgrid. And so we're constantly listening for feedback on like, hey, I want to be able to do this with Flipgrid. How can I do this? Or wouldn't it be cool if Flipgrid could do this? Whatever, XYZ, whatever that might be, we want to hear your ideas. And so please, first and foremost, connect on social, connect. I think I don't have our Twitter handles displayed, but follow @Flipgrid, tweet @Flipgrid, any ideas you have for Flipgrid or questions you might have. Likewise, check out the Help Center. And so that's a great way to not only ask questions, but also submit feedback and ideas. So for example, we had a couple people ask, hey, not a couple, we had quite a few people ask, I want to be able to screen record. Why can't I screen record on Flipgrid? And so multiple people asked, we heard the echo, and our developer said, let's make that happen. And so one way you can share your feedback is by going to our Help Center, scrolling down, saying, let's connect. And then on this form, George was talking about earlier the different fields. How can we help you? What you can submit here is, I have an idea for Flipgrid, a request. George?
Yeah, because a lot of it, I mean, Flipgrid really is like, community-inspired feedback. 100% of Flipgrid is inspired by you, that we get to bring to life. So please do let us know those ideas or creative ways that you can, that you think will be helpful to your learners and yourself. And you'll see us. You can follow us on our Twitter page. And a hashtag I do recommend you kind of look up is Flipgrid for all. Should you look up hashtag Flipgrid for all? Constantly we see multiple tweets of ideas. Actually, let's go back. If you go to the top one again, this is one shared by Randall Sampson, kind of utilizing that export that. So basically what Randall is talking about is that he can create an attendance report with Flipgrid using the export data function. Because this is a great way just to, have all your students visited. It has a time step on it. But this is just one of the incredible creative ways that educators are using Flipgrid, just by searching for that Flipgrid for all hashtag. Or if you have a question yourself, you say, hey, what's a great way to engage my students that are in my social studies class with history? And you add that hashtag Flipgrid for all. People are searching for that. It comes across. Our team is always on it. And we'll see and have the community kind of essentially help you out there. But again, we're very active on social. We have different Twitter chats, features, ideas that are shared out there. I think I saw something called Flipgrid Footprints, which is a way, basically that educators are sharing your voice at, in person or out of person experiences. But yeah, it's a great way just to stay connected. Wherever you're at. If you're on Instagram, we're on Instagram. You see us plenty on that. Adam and I ride a lot of bikes. And we're constantly on there. Our colleague Ann has great interviews with the different partners that we have. Additionally, we have a Facebook group. So if you go to Flipgrid and go to our Facebook, we're on there. But again, if email is easiest for you as well, we're on email. So support@flipgrid.com or that request form that we just covered earlier.
Lovely. Yeah. So thank you all so much once again. If you're watching live right now, we are going to add time links below. I mean, this video, the recording will be available as soon as we end the broadcast, but we will go back and we will add links in the description so you can jump around the video and easily find the various sections. But thank you all so much. We love to say all the time because it's true and because we're so appreciative. We're so grateful that we get to work with all of you, this incredibly passionate, supportive, innovative, and inspiring community of educators, families, learners, all around the world. You are our why at Flipgrid on behalf of all of Team Flipgrid. You're what motivate us to get up and work alongside you and get to share this mission with all of you to empower every individual on the planet to share their voice and respect the diverse voices of others. So thank you. George?
No, that's all. You wrapped it up. It's an honor to work with you as a wonderful educator community, and we can't wait to see what you'll come up next.